everyone, your creative educator here, and welcome to Sparks the Flames Education, where you get great science, math, and reading content, and really fun and creative ways of inspiring learning. Remember to subscribe, hit the notification so that you can see our new videos on Mondays. Like and share.
Subscribe when you see the soccer ball.
Hi everybody, welcome to another video. This week, as promised, we're going to be looking at the floating, sinking, but using hot water and
ice.
Yeah, and we're going to do one with ice, and we're going to talk about how it affects ecosystems.
So it's kind of like the water when it evaporates, but it's not evaporation.
Yeah, there's some evaporation going on, but like you said, it's not fully evaporation. Alright, so all we have is a big old container of water, and this is just regular tap water, regular room temperature water.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna slowly add to the corner. Well, before we do that, you can see the little golden pieces at the bottom.
I'd like to cut these out to
represent food.
There's the ball. Subscribe now. Let's get back to the video, and don't forget to subscribe. Yeah.
Like the food that falls to the bottom of the ocean or lakes, really.
Yeah.
So now he's gonna add the warm water, and look what's gonna happen. He's gonna slowly pour it to the corner, to one of the corners. Corner.
Sorry.
Okay, no, it's okay. Go ahead. Just keep pouring.
Okay.
For the rest of it. You can see the currents developing. Look at the bottom. You see that those flow. All right, there you go.
Because the power of the water, right?
Yeah. You can see the currents developing at the bottom.
Yeah. And you also see, you can see the kind of diagram.
Yeah, put this white paper behind it. Oh, there you go. With the paper behind it, you can really see the currents. See? You see how the water is moving? And look, the warm water is actually going to move to the top or bottom?
Bottom.
You think it's going to go to the bottom?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see. So I'll put the paper over here so you can see. Go check. Can you see the currents? Look from the side.
Okay.
Bend down. And then look from the side. You see the currents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking from the side.
Yeah. And now, if you look closely, you're going to notice that the warm water actually moves to the top. So when the water warms up, it moves to the top. Alright, add some more. Let's see what happens again.
Okay.
Top. So the warm water moves to the top.
Yeah, and
so
when the cold water goes to the bottom.
When the lakes heat up, all that warm water swirls up to the top and brings all the food and stuff that fell to the bottom of the ocean up to the top. Or bottom of the lake, up to the top of the lake.
Yeah.
And all the animals get food. Now, talking about top of the lake and bottom of the lake, have you ever noticed that water freezes from where? From the top down or from the bottom up?
Bottom.
The ice goes to the top or the ice goes to the bottom?
Top.
The ice goes to the top. Okay, let's try it out. Drop some ice.
So it's kind of like when you're going skating. Sometimes you try to see if it's deep enough. Try to see if it's not gonna crack when you're.
See how the food particles move? Good job.
See, they're moving around.
Yeah,
now.
and what he's telling you about skating is exactly that. You try to walk carefully on the ice,
so it doesn't break.
That it doesn't break, because if it breaks, what's underneath?
Water.
Ah!
And the fish are still under, so imagine this. These are the fish. And up here is the ice.
Well, let's add the ice to make it more real. Yeah. So we're gonna add the ice. Let's see where the ice goes. Top or bottom? What's your guess? The ice goes right up to the top.
See, it's kind of like my skating telling.
Yeah, your skating analogy, your skating story. The ice floats on the top, and the little fishies at the bottom, they still get to swim at the bottom. Right? Pretty cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So it's really interesting. The cold water will go to the bottom, but once the water gets really, really cold and it freezes, that frozen water is gonna float up to the top. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Water is one of the only substances that does that. Freezes from the top down, because the frozen water gets less dense and it floats up. And that's really good, because even when the top of the lake is covered solid with ice, underneath will still be liquidy, and the little fishy underneath can still swim.
So when it shines on, that means the fishes are still living.
Yes.
Because they still have to be in water.
Yes.
They can't be at land.
No.
They're gonna.
Yeah. And if it froze from the bottom, then they would push out. There wouldn't be no space. The ice would just keep freezing, and they wouldn't have anywhere to swim. Yeah. So the frozen water at the top is like an igloo. The frozen water protects the water underneath and causes it not to freeze. So it forms a layer of insulation.
So, look, you can see them vanishing.
Yeah. Oh, the ice melting.
Yeah.
All right, people. So that's it. Thank you all. Thank you, Keith. Great job. And I love that explanation with the skating. I didn't think of that. That was cool. All right, everybody, try this out at home. All you need is just water, frozen water, hot water, food coloring, some little particles to throw in there to represent food and to represent fish. And now he's showing you current again. And this would be like waves created by wind. So his hand would be like the wind, and it creates, oh, you see all that swirly? And that's how food gets distributed. So it gets distributed through the wind, through physical movement, when the water heats up, when the water cools down, and the lake warms up and the lake cools down, and all those wonderful things. And currents are very, very useful because currents are kinetic energy. They create movement. Movement for the animals in the water, movement for the food particles in the water, and movement that we can use as energy, movement that we can convert to other types of energy that we use. Here you can see the fish in the water just kind of swaying back and forth with the current. And then here you can see turbines that are turning using the energy from the current. And we could take this energy and convert it into some other form of energy that we use. Thank you all again for watching, and see you all next week. Peace out.